So Corky's Catering is the company I chose for my redesign. Here's a quick overview of their current website. Not only is the design a bit outdated, it looks like it was made for a time when screens were much smaller. There's a lot of white space on the ends, and though I'm a fan of white space, it has a lot of content we'll see kind of shoved in the middle of the screen. So you kind of look through, you can already see like they have a lot of text, lots of content. They have navigation up here as well as a navigation here. It's a bit confusing to kind of get where you want to go. There's so much text. It's very text based. I can imagine someone feeling a bit frustrated visiting this website with the amount of information, at least that's displayed and not necessarily that you can kind of comb through easily. So that was definitely a consideration I had when I was redesigning the website. And so I looked up Corky's Catering is based in Chicago. So I went ahead and I looked up the three main competitors for Corky's. And here are their websites. Here's Blue Plate. You'll notice it has big image. It's much more modular, a lot easier. It's very well organized. I know exactly how to get where I want to go. And here it just has a lot of um, images and specifications I can use instead of having a ton of text like we saw on Corky's website. Here is Fig Catering, another one of the Chicago area competitors. Um, Again, big picture, not a ton of text, color, and lots of images. And I think that's something that's very important, especially in catering. I interned for a wedding planning company last summer, and even in that industry in general, images are really important, and definitely catering. I think people are concerned a lot about how it looks as well as how it tastes. It's a lot about the display. We'll kind of see here and how the images kind of let you see the quality online, where you can't taste the quality online, but you can definitely get a feel of what to expect. And then the last one I looked at was Jewel Catering, Events and Catering. Um, though it is more laid out in the middle, kind of like Corky's, it has a bit of a background to make it look a little bit more modern. Again, large images, and then the text is very sectioned off with calls to action, where if I wanted to learn more about something, instead of going up through the navigation and finding a bunch of stuff, I can click that and it takes me immediately to what I want to see. And then it has an FAQ at the bottom, which is great. So keeping those in mind, as well as some other design principles, here is my website design. I did want to keep the Corky's logo similar, at least the same, to kind of just keep with the flow of the company rather than a complete redesign. I felt like the logo was nice and it suited the company well. So you'll notice throughout the website, the main content images colors I use are the red and the gray. You'll see up here gray is the navigation bar, and I tried to make the navigation bar a little bit different just to make it stand out a little more. So you'll see this is my home page. This is a single scroll design until you click through the additional pages for the services and the blog, which features events, but we'll get to that next. As I mentioned, images are important. I imagine that these images will be flip cards, either with testimonials or with assuming these are Instagram images or something with the Instagram content. And then you'll scroll through. Here's the about page. I combed through their text they had about their company, cut it down a lot. So this is what I came up with here. Again with more images. And then we get to the services page where, again, I cut down the content. I mean the text. I made this with a call to action. You'll notice there's the red to make it stand out, and the call to action I made red as well, so it would stand out a bit more because we want those companies to learn more about our catering or our event management, as Corky's does both. And since we're on this page, we'll click to the services page. So say you click the learn more button, it would take you here. And the services, with a little bit kind of reiterating the text right here from the home page, and then we learn a bit about the catering, so you can scroll through and see, okay, they do wedding, corporate, picnic, and holiday. All of these have an inquire button, which will take you to the contact page. More call to actions in red, of course. You keep scrolling, and then you'll see again, as I mentioned, images. They say a picture says 1,000 words, and it really is true, especially in this day and age. Having great pictures, especially for this industry with event management and catering, feels very important. So, and then event management, and broke it up a lot more. Venue vendors, final touches. Just looking through, kind of skimming through their content and their text, what they had written up, seeing what stuff they kind of focus on, and these seem to be the three things that their event management focuses on. So, and then again, a call to action: contact us, let us plan your special event, which will take them to the contact page. So back here, we saw the services and the events here. So the services is talking about the catering and the event management, whereas events includes the events they've catered and the events they have managed, and it's a bit of a blog. So this kind of has 6 most recent events. Of course, these aren't actually from their website. They haven't done that, but this is what I imagine it would look like. And you can click read more. Again, red to stand out a bit more with the images to read more. And then that is where we get taken to the events page. And you'll notice up here, as well as on the services page, it's red when you're on that page specifically, as opposed to when you're on the single scroll main page. And so you went here and you clicked the rustic wedding right here. Read more. Takes you here. And so that image gets larger. The content gets the text content gets longer. There's that. And then on the left you see more. And you can click to the other blog posts about our events that we've catered and that we have managed as well. So just keep scrolling. Past that, you get to Let's Chat. And this is at the bottom. And this, again, is what's linked to on many of the singular modular cards and content and such to get everyone to kind of submit an inquiry to work with us. So I use more images on the side, draw attention, and just kind of as a visual testimonial as well. And then here it's simple contact page, name, email, phone number, what service, catering, or event management, and that you can click one or either. Event type will be a drop-down menu with a list like holiday, wedding, so on, subject, whatever subject you choose, and then obviously where you would type your text and click submit. And this all was keeping in mind a lot of the things we've learned through our classes. I talk about how all of the buttons are all red to stand out against the gray. And the gray and the red are to keep with the Corky's logo and to keep that. The images are to provide a point of interest as well as a visual testimonial for the potential clients and current clients. I cut down a lot on the text to keep people's attention. And you'll notice that I separate the paragraphs more and keep it black text on a white background, so as to make it easier to read, as opposed to on the Corky's website we saw where it's kind of on a beige, but there's like a lot of text colors and just a lot of like text everywhere, and it's just a lot. So this was to make it a bit easier. And then breaking it up into more modular cards and such with those call to actions to where if you want to learn more about the catering and the event management or read more, you can, and you're not kind of like figuring out where the information is that you need through all the text that you can scroll through on the website. So yeah, that is my redesign. Could change, hopefully. It turns out well. I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna code some of this stuff over here, but I'm looking forward to figuring that out. And this will, I think, provide a great interactive option for the vendor to use hypothetically to change out those images and to easily update the content on their own without needing my help necessarily. So great, thanks so much.